Hello and welcome to Learn Maths with Bola, and in this video we'll be expanding and simplifying algebraic expressions. So this is a step further from my previous video, and in this video also we'll look at the methods of expanding algebraic expressions, which are the crab method, the distribution method, and the table method. So what does it mean to simplify an expression? I'm sure you have heard it before, and if you are wondering what it means to simplify an expression, simplifying an expression means writing the expression in the most basic or simple way possible. It involves removing brackets and combining like terms. So let's solve 6 plus 3 into bracket 4 plus 5m. Now, if you look at this expression, you may be tempted to want to say 6 plus 3 is 9 into bracket 4 plus 5m. But then, remember that in the BODMAS, bracket comes before addition. So we have to first expand the brackets before we add the numbers together. And then to the expansion now, we have 3 times 4 plus 3 times 5m. So when we expand the brackets, we have 3 times 4 plus 3 times 5m. So we have 6 plus 3 times 4 is 12 plus 3 times 5m is 15m. And then when we look at this expression, this is not yet simplified because we can still see that the terms are still alike. We have some terms that are alike. So what we do is to reduce those terms and put them together, and that is what we call collecting like terms. The like terms in this expression is 6 and 12, which will be added together to have 18 plus 15m. So when we look at this expression, there is no other simpler way that we can put it, so we leave this as our answer. And let's go to the next example. Now this is another example, and before we continue, if you have not subscribed to the channel, kindly subscribe to this channel for more maths videos and tutorials. So let's continue. Now solve 3 into bracket 2x plus 4 plus 5 into bracket 4x plus 3. The expression is clear enough that we have to first eliminate the brackets before we can do anything to the equation. So we expand the bracket to have 3 times 2x plus 3 times 4 plus 5 times 4x plus 5 times 3. Now at 3 times 2x will give us, so what do? We multiply the coefficients of 2x by 3. So 3 times 2 is 6x plus 3 times 4 12, 5 times 4 20x. So 5 times 4x will give us 20x plus 15. So if you have not watched the previous video, in case you don't understand why we are multiplying 3 by 2 and not 3 by x, so you can watch the previous video where I explained the terms of an algebraic expression, the coefficients, and the factors of an algebraic expression. So the next thing here again, let's look at this equation. There are still numbers that look alike. The expression rather. There are numbers that still look alike. So we can do ourselves a favor by bringing them together so that we can further break down the expression. So what do? 6x and 20x look alike, so we bring them together to have 6x plus 20x. Then we would have 12 and 15 together to have 12 plus 15. So 6x plus 20x will be 26x, and 12 plus 15 will be 27x. Now another example. I love this example because this is testing our knowledge of multiplication of the addition and the subtraction sign. Many times students tend to mix up some of these things. So let's solve this together. You have 10 into bracket 2 minus 5a minus 7 into bracket 3a minus 6. Yeah, it is simple. We are also going to expand the bracket. So the first part of the bracket, we have 10 into bracket 2 minus 5 here. So we'll have 10 times 2 to give us 10 times 2. So we'll write it out. I always like simplifying my work by writing it out without jumping the steps. So let's do it step by step. Then the next one, you have 10 times minus 5a. Now you have a minus 5a. The sign in front of 10 itself is addition. So when you multiply 10 times minus 5a, you are going to have minus outside, because the sign here, minus times plus, is minus. I did something like this, a lot of this, in the previous video on expansion. So please, if you are still confused, you can kindly refer to that video. So we have the other one here. You have minus 7 times 3a. So the sign in front of a minus 7 is subtraction, and the sign in front of the 3a is addition. So addition is the sign we do not write. So you are going to have minus bracket open 7 times 3a. Then you are going to have minus 7 times minus 6. So here you have minus times minus, and according to the rule, minus times minus will give you addition. So the sign in front will be addition plus 7 times 6. So 10 times 2 is 20, minus 10 times 5a, which is minus 50a. Then you have minus 21a plus 7 times 6. So looking at this expression, is there a way we can bring them together? Oh yes, we have like terms. So always look at your expression. Do you have anyone that are similar? So we have 20 and 42. Let's bring them together. To have 20 plus 42 minus 50a minus 21a. So here we have 62 minus 71a. So it's as simple as that. Let's go on to solve 3m plus 4 into bracket 2m plus 3. Now we are going to be talking about the different expansion method. This expression is now multiplying two brackets. So there are many ways you can solve this, so many ways like I've listed on the screen. So we'll be trying each of the methods. I'm going to start with the crab method. Now the crab method, like the name, like the animal crab, is just like reaching out to different parts of the other bracket. So we'll understand by the time we start using the crab method to solve the equation. We start by multiplying 3m and 2m to have 3m times 2m. Then the next one is to use that same 3m to multiply the other part of the bracket, which is 3. So we are going to have 3. Don't forget the sign. Always remember to check the sign. So you are going to have plus, because addition is what the two numbers carry, plus 3m times 3 Then we have 4 now. We are reaching out. We started by using the first number in the first bracket to multiply everything in the second bracket. So now we are in the second number and we are using it to multiply everything in the second bracket too. To have 4 times 2m plus 4 times 3. So as simple as this, we have expanded that bracket. So the next thing is to do 3m times 2m will give us 6m squared. How? 3 times 2 is 6. We have an m multiplying an m, so we are going to have m squared. I remember saying it in the previous video that you cannot say because you're having m and m, then they become 2m. No, it's going to become m squared. Then you have 3m times 3 will give you 9m, and 4 times 2m will give you 8m. Then 4 times 3 is going to be 12. Now let's look at the expression we have. Do we have like terms there? Can you see any like terms? Yes, there are like terms. So we have 6m squared, we have 9m plus 8m, and that gives us 17m plus 12. So as simple as this, we have expanded the expression using the crab method. Now let's go on to use the distribution method. So I'm using all the methods so that you can decide which method works best for you. The distribution method, we start by distributing the other brackets with the first number in the first bracket. And what do I mean? Let's share them together. Let's share. The second bracket is multiplying the 2 terms in the first bracket. So it's just like you want to distribute the first number in the bracket, take yours. The second number in the bracket, take yours. And this is what I mean. We have 3m multiplying everything in the second bracket. So our 3m is multiplying everything in the second bracket, and then our 4 is multiplying everything in the second bracket. So 4 will also be multiplying everything in the second bracket. So the next thing is to use the previous method, and that is why I revised the first 2 examples that we did. Just expand the bracket simply like we've been doing before to have 6m squared, that is 3m times 2m. Then we have 3m times 3, which will give us 9m, plus 4 times 2m, which will give us 8m, and plus 4 times 3, which will give us 12. Let me take it again. 3m times 2m will give you 6m squared, because we are using 3m to multiply everything in the bracket. Then we have 3m times 3 will give us 9. Then we have 4 times 2m will give you 8m. Then 4 times 3 will give us 12. As simple as that. So the next step, like we did before, is to collect the like terms and add them or subtract together depending on the sign there. So here we have 6m squared plus 17m plus 12, and that is our solution. So let's go on to the third method called the crab method. The table method. So let's do the table method. Apologies. So the table method is simply using a table to multiply. This is for people that they love to visualize whatever they are doing. So what do? We distribute the second one up to have 2m and to have plus 3. Don't forget to add the signs to the numbers. It is very, very, very important to prevent errors. Then we have 3m and plus 4. So what do? Just multiply them together. Let's visualize it. We have 3m and 2m. So what do? Multiply those two first and write the answer under. So you have 6m squared. Then you have 3m and the other number, which is 3, to have plus 9m. Then we have plus 4 and the first number up, which is 2m, to get 8m. And we have plus 4 and the second number to have plus 12. So the next thing is to write everything out, and that is 6m squared plus 9m plus 8m plus 12 to give us 6m squared plus 17m plus 12. So it is as simple as this. So those are the three methods of expanding your expression. Now I'll take another example and then we'll solve using the three methods again to refresh and to help reinforce the learning. So let's solve 4 minus a, that is the first bracket, and the other bracket a minus 10. And this example is unique because I want us to try those methods out with the subtraction sign. The subtraction sign is the most tricky way sign for many students. In fact, even teachers often get their equations wrong if you are not patient enough. And that is why I tell you, every student I teach, that the first step to solving your equations in mathematics or solving a problem is patience. Patience, and then do not jump steps. That is my second rule to my student. The first one, patient. The second one, do not jump steps. Always follow each step in accordance with the way you were taught. Or sometimes I encourage students that visualize what you are solving in your own way. Try to write it out in a way that you understand. Don't be pressured to do like every other person. The goal is to get the answer and not the first person to finish in class. So let's go on and let's use the crab method here. We have 4 and a. Remember the crab, like the crab stretching out its hand. So have 4 times a. And the next one is now 4 and minus 10, not 4 and 10. So we have 4 and minus 10. And don't forget that this will carry a negative sign because 4 is also carrying a positive sign and minus 10 is carrying a negative sign. So when you multiply plus and minus, you are going to have minus 4 times 10. Then the next one, we are done with 4 and the other side. So we'll go to the next number in the bracket to have minus a times a. The same thing here, the rule applies. You have a minus a and you have a positive a. So you are going to have a negative sign. To have minus into bracket a times a, and then you have minus a and a minus 10. So in the multiplication of the signs, your minus and your minus will give you addition. So we'll have plus a times 10. Then the next thing is for us to open the bracket. We have 4a minus 40 minus a squared plus 10a. So we are going to have, I want to rearrange this by the order of the power. We have an a square here, so let's use that order. Though some people prefer not to put it in front because it's carrying the subtraction sign, but I just want us to rearrange so that we can bring the like terms together and simplify further. So we would have minus a square minus 4a, plus 4a rather, minus a square plus 4a plus 10a minus 40. So let's bring the like terms, let's add them together to have plus 4a plus 10a, and that will give us plus 14a minus 40. As simple as that. And don't forget, if you have not subscribed to the channel, kindly subscribe to this channel Let's go on to the next method, which is the distribution method. The distribution method here, don't forget that we'll separate the numbers in the first and in the first bracket. So what we do is that then we use it to multiply the other one. So we have 4 into brackets a minus 10, then minus a into brackets a minus 10. So we have distributed the brackets to each of the numbers, the second bracket. So we have 4a. Let me explain that again, how we got 4a. We have 4 times a, we give you 4a. Then we have 4 times minus 10, will give us minus 40. Then we have minus a times a, will give us minus a square. And minus a times minus 10 will get plus 10a. So let's rearrange and bring the like terms together. Minus a square plus 4a plus 10a minus 40. So we have minus a square plus 14a minus 40. So let's go on to the last method, which is the table method. And we'll start by drawing the table. So let's write out the plus a and the minus 10. Like I said, when using the table method, the signs are very, very, very important. Else you'll get a wrong answer. So we have plus 4 minus a. So let's multiply plus 4 and plus a together to get plus 4a. Then we have plus 4 and minus 10 to get minus 40. Then we have minus a and plus a to get minus a square, and minus a and minus 10 to get plus 10a. So the next step, write out the numbers in the table. We have minus a square. Like I said, I love arranging using the highest degree. Minus a square plus 4a plus 10a minus 40. So we can have minus a square plus 14a minus 40. So that solves our equation. Now always remember to take it slow. The goal is to solve the problem and get the correct answer. So as a student, don't be in a haste to finish first. Nobody gets the award for being the best by finishing first, or you just get an award and the teacher will say, oh, the first person to finish goes to, no, the award goes to the person who gets the correct answer, or the one who solves the problem. So don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and I'm giving you something to try out and tell me the answer in the comments. I'll be looking forward to seeing your answer. Thank you for watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel and follow on all our social media pages. Thank you for watching once again. Bye.